Hello, it's the one and only Queen of her kingdom coming again to you with a sit down vlog. I've never done a sit down vlog like this before. Or have I? Can't remember. But yeah, I'm coming to you with a story time. Is it a story time? It's not even a story. Welcome back to Queen of her kingdom. I hope you guys are doing good. Today we are... Hello and welcome back to Queen of her king... Hello and welcome back to Queen of her kingdom. I hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so today, as you lot should know already by the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about being 15 and pregnant. Yes, guys, I was 15 and pregnant. Wasn't planned. It was a big surprise. I was just fast enough and doing things that I weren't supposed to do. And to be honest, I really thought that would never touch me. I don't know where I got that thought from, but yeah, that is what happened. Big disclaimer, this video is not recommending or introducing pregnancy, teenage pregnancy, because I'm telling you guys, it is not the one. Yeah, enjoy your life, travel, do what you have to do, follow your career path and live your life. Baby can come at any time, any given time, but do you first, okay? Do you, and make sure that you're in the right place financially, physically, mentally and emotionally before bringing forth a child, okay? Don't follow my footsteps. I am not a good example or a role model. Don't follow my footsteps. Think about this is because it's reality. There are a lot of teenage pregnancies out there, and I know a lot of people may be going through it or been through it and they feel like they're alone in the situation. You're not alone. I've been there. I know how hard it is. I know the sacrifices that you have to make. It's a big change. It's a dramatic change. Some people might even class it as a big trauma in their life because it's a big shift. You've now gone from a child to an adult. But just letting you guys know that you're not alone. Just keep pushing through. Bring forth your child. And just leave it in God's hand. I'm telling you, God will make it work. Yeah? And sorry about the noise in the background. I've got work going on in the living room and I've got work going on, well, there's work going on outside as well. So you're going to get a bit of each sound going on in the background, but just focus on me, okay? So my son now is 21. He's 22 in April. I've also got a 19-year-old. Oh, did I say 19? Sorry, 18-year-old. And I've got a 9-year-old. But today we're going to talk about my 21-year-old, yeah, because that was obviously my first pregnancy. And next time I will talk about the second and the third because there's stories for them also, yeah. But today we're just going to focus on my firstborn. Okay, so life for me at 15 was good. I am from a single home. My mum done a fantastic job with me, and she's always been supportive. So first of all, let me pick up my mum. Mum, I love you to ends, wits, and even after, because trust me, you're a praying warrior and you have been such a support for me. Even when people didn't support me or didn't have my back, you've always had my back, and I can't thank you enough. Big up yourself, mummy, I love you. But I was in school. I was in secondary in year 11, GCSEs times, and a lot of things were going on. And bearing in mind that year was the last year of my school's building because they were going to knock it. It was going to get demolished, sorry. And they were in the process of building a new school. So there was a lot of things going on. They were so not structured. It was terrible. And I'm talking 21 years ago, secondary. It was bad. And where I was attending, it wasn't the best school. It was a school for troubled children or kids that's been kicked out of other schools. So like we all collided there. But I weren't bad. I just was mischievous and end up there. But yeah, I was in year 11, you know, enjoying my young days, not coming home straight after school, doing things that I weren't supposed to do. Did I bonk? Yeah, I bonked a few times. But, you know, just bonking to go and get chicken and chips and go back to school. Yeah, school was fun. I enjoyed that time in my life. I really did. Because, like, there was no stress for me. There was no worries. There was nothing. I was well known in the school. Yeah, I was well known in the school because we used to get to be antics. We were just having fun. But anyway, cut a long story short, boom. Started talking to this young man. I really kind of like loved him off. He was nice them days there. And bearing in mind, guys, I'm not, what's the word, bashing him. I'm not bashing him at all. As I go on, it may come across like I am, but we were cool. Yeah, we were cool. Everything was fine, and we used to link up a few times. And I was really feeling this brother. I was like, ugh. And it was really making me feel like, no, his words and all of that. And he'll just do little things that, as a young girl, you'd think, oh my gosh, he loves me. And even worse, that I didn't really have a father figure around. I'm not using that as an excuse, but it was like when somebody's showing you a different kind of attention or love, you'll just take it and go with the flow because you're not getting it from the man who's supposed to be giving that kind of attention to you. But that's neither here or there. So, boom! Let's get to the point. So, I'm pregnant. To me, like he used to say to me things like, I know I can control myself. I can control myself. And be like, hi idiot, young and in denial, went with the flow because in my head I thought this brother really loves me. Yeah, me get catch. So boom, went to my mum's friend's house one day. And we were just there chilling. I was chilling with our kids. We were just holding the vibes and, you know, being munchies, music, pure fun. Her house used to be lit. Can't you see her up? Pick up herself. And whilst I was there, I don't know, I felt this crave for prawn cocktail crisps and salad cream. So that was my little munch whilst I was there. But I didn't pre anything. I didn't look into it as anything. So anyway, a few days passed and the phones rang. I'm at home, the phones rang. And I could hear my mum on the phone with somebody. I don't know who it was, but through the conversation, I could hear that it was a serious conversation. Anyway, after the conversation, my mum said to me, Sonia, are you sexually active? I was like, no. And I was like, Sonia, are you sexually active? Tell me I don't have two horns in my head. You know, Jamaicans, I don't have two horns in my head. I'm not gonna beat you. I'm not gonna shout at you. Are you pregnant? Like, sorry, not pregnant. Are you having sex? I was like, no. I'm fooling on no. Anyway, she's like, all right, well, I want to make an appointment with you to go to the doctor to go and get a blood test to check, just to make sure everything's okay. But in real life, I didn't think I was pregnant. I didn't. Like, as I said before, I didn't feel like that would ever touch me. And he told me that his pull-out game was strong. Anyway, boom. Gone to the GP now, done blood test. I say to you guys, from where the GP is to my mum's house, yeah, it's like cut it short, less than a 10 minutes walk. It felt like a hour walk when we got back from the GP. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, they said we have to wait for results. I don't know if I'm pregnant. Do I feel pregnant? How does it feel to be pregnant? Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm 15. I'm scared right now. Like, what on God's earth am I gonna do? Yeah. But in my head, I was thinking, all right, let me not jump to conclusions because I don't know what it's like to feel pregnant, but I'm untouchable. A girl like me can't catch belly. Yeah, that was my mind, my thought in my head. Anyway, boom. Couple of days passed, got back to the GP. GP sat down with my mum and myself and said, yeah, your daughter's having a baby. I didn't know how far I was, so we had to wait for an appointment to go to the hospital to get a scan. Anyway, I felt so embarrassed, guys. I felt so embarrassed. I felt so ashamed. I felt like I let my mum down. I did let my mum down. But she never showed me that side of her sadness. She really, you know, held it like a G and supported me and said, in the end of the day, Sonia, you're pregnant already. I'm not going to tell you if that's for your belly. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to support it because I don't want anything happen to you and you're going to have an abortion in the future when you want a child. Because you've had this abortion, I feel guilty. So bring forth your child and we're going to make it work. So I did. I continued going back to school. And as time was going on, obviously I couldn't hide my pregnancy no more. I don't know how people found out that I was pregnant. Like them days, like people are so nothing up in your business, you see. But anyway, people started to find out, and I started to feel even more embarrassed because people started to talk about me, and the whispers and the stares. And then obviously my head teacher knew, so he was very overprotective over me as well. So it's like certain things that wasn't a norm. Like he'll take me out the class early, make sure I've eaten. If I wanted to rest, I can go upstairs and chill in his office. Like that head teacher, oh my gosh, Mr. Thomas, if I had a contact to him, I would love to speak to him and thank him myself. He was such a support. Him, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Langley, Mrs. Langley, Mr. Allen. Oh my gosh, like when I mean all the staff in the school were 10 when it came to me, especially. Not that they supported the fact that I was pregnant, but it is what it is, and they just wanted me to complete my education. Worse that it was like a year of GCSEs, just get through that stage, and whatever happens after happens after. So everybody started to realize I was pregnant, and then the chit chattering and the whole heap of gossiping, and I lost a lot of friends. People started to act funny towards me, and I was not gonna lie, I was very lonely. Like being pregnant at such a young age, I was lonely. I didn't feel like I had any friends. And as time went on, I had to stop going to school because obviously health and safety, number one. And I was getting big. So I started to get tutoring, and that made things even worse because now I'm 15, pregnant, can't go to school. I'm locked up in a house, yeah. Because where am I gonna go now? I was home tutored, so the tutors will come to my house. I'll be frustrated because I don't want to be here. I just want to be in school, come out the house and do what I've got to do. And I just felt like at that time it was just the roughest, hardest, most loneliest time of my life. I didn't have no one to talk to because obviously I didn't have a phone at the time. I didn't have no one to talk to. It was just my mum, and like she tried her best. She done her best with me as well in terms of supporting me whilst I was going through that kind of sad moments. But it wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. My son's father was not well, in the beginning. No, he wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. He wasn't supportive whatsoever, and his mum was no support neither. And once again, I'm not bashing anybody, I'm just talking my truth. So I don't want nobody to come for me, because but yeah, they weren't supportive. And I remember one day they came to my mum's house, and the allegations that they were putting to my mum about me, that I'm this and I'm that, and I don't know if the child's dead, he has sons and whatever else, and holy bangarang, shangarang, go roll, all these things. So to be honest, my whole pregnancy I didn't have no support. I didn't even see him. There was no support, not even a bag of nappies or wipes, much less cotton wool given from that side of the family. But you see, my mother, God has blessed my mum, and he's still blessing my mum, and there's more blessings coming her way, because you see that woman, when she goes on her hands and knees and pray, you know, when she goes on her hands and knees and pray for her daughter and what I was going through, and just the whole time, you know, she just had my back. There was nothing that I was in need of. I was never hungry. I had a roof over my head. I had clothes on my back. Yeah. When it came to getting baby stuff, that woman, nothing. When I mean my son had everything. Everything. The support network was fantastic. But as I was getting closer to my pregnancy, I'm giving birth, my borough at the time, obviously teenage pregnancy was high. So it was like there was a foundation there to support with like purchasing things like cots, pushes, or any little things that you may need for your baby. So I managed to get a brand new pushchair. I got to choose a brand new pushchair. I got a cot, and I got a few more bits for him. And at the time there was also a funding. If he was pregnant, you can get some money. I think it was like £500, I think it was. So that also helped towards buying things for him. And then obviously, like, I've had family members, my brother, my sister-in-law, all of them, that my support network, guys, was fantastic. But in terms of like people who I had as friends, or who I thought were my friends, they were no longer seen. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere to see them, but yeah, that was a rough time for me. But the support was there. I didn't have no morning sicknesses with my son. Yeah, there was no morning sickness. I think for me, it was more that I just couldn't believe that I was pregnant. Like, I just couldn't believe that my body was going through the whole transitioning of carrying a child to give birth. I was scared of the birth side of things. Like, I think that out of everything, I was so scared. I didn't know what to expect. They gave me a booklet, and it said like different delivery methods. Methods, is that right way? Yeah, methods. And C-section was one of them, and I was like, to cut my stomach, to take out a baby. I don't want that. I don't even want him to come out my nose. It's gonna hurt me. So like, that was one of the biggest fears for me, on top of everything else that was going on. When I mean, guys, it was a turbulence. It was a rough time for me throughout the whole pregnancy, and even after. Also, forgetting, when I did find out I was pregnant, and when the GP told me that I was pregnant, they referred me to social services. Social services came, viewed the properties, had a meeting with me and my mum, you know, spoke to me about everything. And to be fair, that case got closed in no time, because they could see that there was no red flags or any issues pertaining to the support that I was receiving. Like, I would never stop saying this, my support was 100%. As I was saying, I was in the midst of my GCSEs, so like, even though I had so much spare time, and at the time I wanted to do so much, like, I couldn't get a driving, I couldn't start my driving, I couldn't get a job because I was underage. I couldn't do anything because of my age. So that made me feel a bit more deprived, because I was just nuff. Yeah, I was just nuff, and I put myself in a situation that was not ready. I wasn't ready for, and I had to just sit down and wallow in it. And that was one of the side effects of being underage and pregnant. Another thing that I had to deal with, which was rough, was obviously my mum goes to church. She's a God-fearing woman, and as the time went on, she was like, Sonia, come out of the house. Come, we're going to church. Like, she started to tell me, let's come out of the house. Everybody knows you're pregnant already. You know, just come out of the house. It done happen already. So I started to go to church, and guys, the one place that you would think, yeah, that's a different kind of support would come from, it went from church. Yeah, church was rough. As well, I got a big backlash, and worse, as soon as they found out that I was pregnant, it's like other young girls in church started to get pregnant as well. So it was like 3 of us back to back that was pregnant, one after the other, and they didn't get the rough end of the stick. I did, because as far as they're concerned, I started this trend, and I've come into church, and now they want to follow suit. But I never tell them to follow suit. I never tell them to take ground. I never tell them that. They can see, they've got sense to see that I wasn't going through the best time in my life. It was hard. So if they wanted to go out there and do what they have to do, that's their choice. You know what I mean? But I got blamed for the high pregnancy in church. And because of that, I stopped going to church. Like, I never forget my mum saying to me that somebody pinched and said to her, oh, Sister Barbara, daughter, she don't come to church. She not having a shame. What kind of example is this? Each to their own. I'm not saying that you can't have your opinions, but sometimes keep your opinions to yourself. And the one place where I should feel safe and welcomed is in the house of the Lord. That's why I always say, now someone in our church and wanna play Christian and uno's not Christian, uno is Satan himself. You lot are Satan's children. Satan gave birth to you guys. Yeah? No, Satan never grind nobody to give birth to you guys. He gave birth to you guys from whatever hole, because uno devious and dangerous and judgmental galore. But God, I gotta deal with each and everyone I know. Yeah? And the funny thing is, a lot of the people in church that were saying things about me, they where they're coming from, they can't chat to me. Their history, they can't chat to me. And them penny history, them can't chat to me. Yeah? But they got a lot of things to say about Sister Barbara's daughter. You chose the wrong one. Because I'm telling you, you see when my mom go on her hands and knees and pray and ask God just to cover and protect her daughter from danger seen and unseen. Give her the strength to get through this situation. Give her the strength to understand, say, everything will be okay. Give her the strength to know, say, this is only for a season. Give her the strength to understand, say, after the storm must be a calm. Let me tell you something, God is God. Yeah, I'm telling you, my son's 21 and I wouldn't change him for the world. I'm grateful for my blessing. Yeah, but let me come back to the purpose of this video, because I will go on and it will turn into something else which we don't want. Yeah. But as I was saying, so there was no relationship between me and my son's father. Like, it's almost like I got myself pregnant. And then in the long haul, I found out that he had another baby on the way, which his child is born a day before my son. So basically he's got twins, born a day apart, same year, a day apart. And they got there, they're quite close, to be honest. You know, they're good. They've got their brother and sister relationship, which is a beautiful thing, because he loves his sister so much. I can't remember how I found out what the sex of the sex of the baby. I can't even know how I found out what the sex of the baby was. Did they tell me? Or I think I got told when I maybe went to a scan and may have told me that I was having a boy. Yeah, I think so. Because bearing in mind, by the time I found out I was pregnant, I was about 5 months gone. And I say to you guys, my belly was flat. I never carried big belly. My belly got big maybe when I was about 8 months. No word of a lie. 8 to 9 months. That's when pregnancy started to take control of my body on a different level. Alright, so the birth. I didn't have no baby shower. Them days there, baby shower wasn't even a thing. And my mum was not going to throw no 15-year-old no baby shower. As big as I am, she still wouldn't hold no baby shower for me. Because, you know, she let in them something there. All school. Birth. So yeah. I wanted him out. I was so over that pregnancy. My body was tired, guys. Like, my breast wasn't even fully formed yet. So you could imagine that my body's now had to rush to catch up with this big woman transition that I'm going through. You know, I didn't have no boobs. And then now the breast them start come up a little bit and my hips start getting wide. I was over it. I was so over that pregnancy, God knows. And yeah, I was so over that pregnancy. Like, it felt like I was pregnant for a year. But yeah, so when we got to the hospital, I didn't feel no pain. I'm not gonna lie to you. That birth was easy. It was an easy 1, 2, 3. Got to the hospital. I had a show. And they induced me. But before they induced me, they gave me an epidural, because young girl like me, too young for God to the trauma of peeing. So they gave me epidural, and I just remember it was just so smooth. Like, it was such, if all of my births could have been like that, I would be so happy. My first one was the easiest birth I've experienced. It was quick. I had my brother's ex-partner at the time. She was my birthing partner and my mum. She cut his cord, and that. I had my son at the big Queen Charlotte Hospital down there in Hammersmith. They looked after me fantastic. they didn't make me feel any less than a woman. They didn't judge me because I was a young girl. They was very supportive in that hospital. And I also had I had a midwife that stayed with me throughout my whole pregnancy, which we built a relationship, but that relationship broke down. That broke down. But anyway, yeah. So I had my baby boy. I want to see if I can find some pictures to add in the clip. So let's see if I can get one there, hopefully. If not, there I'll put it up in the end. Yeah, but I'm gonna try a thing and put it here. Have my sweet baby boy, and yeah, like it's almost like I was always a hands-on. I love babies. Even before I had my son, I love babies. So it's like, as he was born, there wasn't really much for my mum to do because I was quite hands-on. I knew how to change the napkin. I knew how to make milk. I knew how to put on his clothes. I just had to just take on that responsibility because I feel like, number one, I really hurt my mum's feelings. I've let her down. I didn't want her to feel now that she's now had to take on this next pressure of being a mother, maybe should I call it, because obviously I was young. I wanted her to more be proud that I've done what I've done. It wasn't the best decision, but I'm doing what I've got to do now as a young mum, and I feel like I did all right. Yeah. That same night, my mum's friend, which is a mutual friend to how I met his dad, through her kids, I met his dad. And as my mum called her and said, "Pam, baby born," Auntie Pam got there in 0 seconds, believe me. That's why you see Auntie Pam. I love her, you know, I love her. Even though I don't see her, I don't speak to her a lot, but when I see her, the love is there. She got there in 0 seconds. 0 seconds. I don't know how she managed, but she was like, zoop. I see Auntie Pam coming through the curtain. She took over. And when she came, she looked at the baby and she said, "That child is child. Look on him. Me I'll call him mother and let her know. Say the baby come and them need for do. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Cause we can't see you. We can't see you. We don't want to see you." But oh yeah, I said I'm not blushing. I'm not blushing no more. I'm just singing a song. So yeah, so she done that, and that's when everybody started to kind of find out, oh, Sonia had baby and whatever else. And when I got home, Auntie Pam was there. She came and she made sure her breast. When I mean Auntie Pam will held my breast and said, "Hey, put this in the baby mouth. They need for breastfeed." I love that woman. Yeah, she's just she's another motherly. She was a big support as well for my mum. She held my mum through it as well. Like, she really was supportive. But yeah, I still ain't heard nothing from them, you know. So at this moment, I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm going to register the child. He's not going to have his name. And obviously he's got his another baby that came the day before. So I'm not going to push up my son because my son, I'm no less than nobody. Yeah. And he's got everything he needs. So we just got on with it. Yeah. His name, I called him, the name I've given him was Maid. I remember when I was sitting on the dining table, and I was like, at the time it was Bear, Devontae, Jamal, there was big little names going on, and I was like, oh, love. And in my head I was like, I want something with love, because I love this boy. You know, God's given me something to love. God's given me something that wants me and that needs me. And I love my baby. So whatever it is, it has to be something love. So I called him Lavonier. And I haven't heard anybody with that name, Lavonier. And yeah, I wasn't calling him Riondre because my two nephews' names Rion and Andre, because obviously he was the first son for me. I was gonna call him Briandre. But my brother was like, nah. Give him his own identity. So I called him Love Bunny. And we registered him. And he's got my mum's surname and he's got my surname. He's got a double barrel surname. So, you know, my mum gained a grandson that's carrying her name. And yeah, he was a moany, miserable baby. He morning, cry, morning, cry, cling, cry. Yeah, from young, he had the most erratic cry. You'd think that somebody's stifling him when he starts to carry on. Yeah, he was rough. He was hard work. And I always said, I wonder if it's because of all the things that I went through when I was pregnant to why he's like this, like, you know, because I was very sad, I was very lonely, I was very depressed, I was very deprived. I was felt, did he pick up that emotion, the emotional heartbreak I was going through? Can that transfer to my baby? I still do believe that it had some effects on him still, but that's why I say, guys, being a teenage mother and going through certain things, it's not easy, especially when you don't have that full support from both sides of the child's family. It's only on one side. It can really take a toll. And I wasn't that strong. I wasn't that strong. I struggled a lot to accept that this is something that I would have to go through by myself. But I did. I have, and it's been hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's 21 years. It hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of heartbreak. There's been a lot of tears. There's been a lot of damage. There's been a lot of, you know, laughter. There's been a lot of memories. There's been a lot of joy. There's been so much, as with any other child. But I will not turn him back for the world. I love my son. Son, if you're watching this, Mummy loves you to bits, and I'm grateful that God blessed me with you, even though I was very young. But you've made me, I'm proud of you. Yeah, and I know that I could be hard work sometimes, and I could be miserable and carry on and dip on that and go on. But you know that it's all love. Yeah, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I love you some more, and I'll love you on top of that. Okay, I'm proud of you. Just keep doing you. The 22 in April, and I'm excited for you. I know that God's gonna bless you. I know that God's got beautiful plans for you. Just stay focused. Know what you're doing. Don't make no one distract you. Yeah, and save your money. Save your money. Yeah, proud of you. I'm proud of you right now. Like, he's got his partner, and she's got a little girl, and I mean, he is so hands-on with a little girl. He's so hands-on. It's not his daughter, but you would never know that it's not his. He's just so, he's got his little family, he's got his place, he's doing so good. Yeah, still have to push him to, you know, but I'm proud of you, baby boy. So yeah, guys, that is basically how life was for me being 15 and pregnant. Oh, christening. You see my mum, yeah, when he reached about 3 months, I'm starting to see babies, rum. What's the drink? What was the drink back in the days? Baby sham, cherry bee, what other drinks were there? Alizé. The woman's buying up a little liquor and bringing it in the house, and then by the time you know it, christening start plan. My mum christened her grandson. My mum paid for everything. My mum paid for the food, venue, DJ, drinks, everything. And I'm not gonna lie, that christening was nice. She came through. She made sure that I looked. She just made sure that, you know. That's why I love my mum. You know, I love my mum. I wish I could do more for her. I wish I could do more for her, because she deserved the world and back. She gave my son a beautiful blessing, and the godparents that I chose, I don't know where they are now. I don't know. If anybody finds them or knows them, tell them I said hi. Hi. But yeah, I give God thanks for my mum as well. I will never stop picking up my mum. Never ever stop thinking about my mom. That's my heart. You know what I mean? My mom and my kids, they're my heartbeat. But yeah, that is it. That is it. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I didn't go into too much nitty gritty with the baby father situation because once again, I don't want nobody to feel like I'm bashing them. So I've got to be very careful because I got some wandering spirits, preying spirits that likes to go back and make up something more on top of what it exactly is when it's not even that, or assume or make allegations. I don't know nothing, so yeah, so I've got to be very careful. Once again, I'm not bashing him, but you're shit. Yeah. You could have done better, but in the end of the day, we were young, and as I said to you already through conversation, you've apologized to me, and I've forgiven you, and we've moved forward. Even though we don't see eye to eye now, because I don't need to talk to you, to be honest. Your son's big now. I'm doing the one thing. We're past the stage, you know. We don't need to talk, but I'm grateful for you blessing me with my son. As bad as things may be, I'm grateful for what you gave me, which is my boy. Yeah, but anyway guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will do some more sit down things like this. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you'd like me to talk about, or if there's anything you want to know, or if it's there like my business, up in my business, let me know. And I'm sure I don't mind. I wouldn't mind, depending on what it is. I'll do a video on it. Yeah, so please guys, comment, like, share, and once again, thank you for subscribing. And I hope that this vlog inspires a young mother or even an older person who's gone through the same thing as me. Listen, the storm is only for so long. The struggle is only for so long. They're not going to be in nappies forever. They're not going to be in bottles forever. They're not going to be in drink baby milk forever. They will grow. And them kids will love you unconditionally for the sacrifices that you've made for them, for the time that you've made for them, for the decisions that you've like. They will love you unconditionally. Right now, nobody can't say nothing bad about me to my son. They're mad. You must say mad. Nobody can't say nothing bad to me to my son about me, his mother, because he's not having it. My kids will defend me to ends wits. Yeah, so just persevere and big up yourself if you've made it through. You know what I mean? You still got work to do, because even when they reach 21, you still have to be on mummy mode. They depend on us for everything. Yeah, but thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.